What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So, Spider-Man Peter Parker in the anti-venom suit versus Venom. Landscape page. Pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. I think I'll start with Venom. I've kind of brought them a bit closer together than they are in the game, just to fit them on my page. Let's try this. Right, so it's head, right? I'm going to go here. Center point of my page is about here. Use a pencil, by the way, sketch it out lightly. Center point here, come up, over to the right. And then we'll start with the sort of top lip, kind of bumpy sort of mouth area. And kind of like bumps across here. Right, it's kind of smiling up that way. And then, so the head comes around. And back down that way somewhere. Kind of like joins his shoulder, but I assume there has to be some neck muscle or something there. So then his big smiley mouth goes down that way. And then down. And then his jaw. Kind of just goes up and disappears up in there somewhere. Joins his head. Right, so we got that white Venom eye here, so kind of like a little spike. And then it kind of wrinkles and stuff around this way. And then it ends with like this spiraling little tail up at the top. Kind of hooks around and then comes back down. So you could do it as bumpy or as textured as you want. Like so. And then he's got like all these big frowning lines and stuff all around his head. And like all these textures, because his skin is like hugely textured. So you can do as much of that now as you'd like. Right, so teeth basically. So we got like all these big spiky teeth. And you can see some pink gums and stuff every now and then, but we'll just like go, I think we'll just go like this kind of stuff just to make it easier. And sometimes there'll be like a small one, then a bit of a gap, and then a big one. And they're like pretty small up here. And then it looks like it's got those lines basically. Right, so that's like the top layer, and then we'll add some like, see in here. Okay, so this kind of a thing, and like in between there can be some black gaps sometimes for the teeth. Maybe like another line for teeth there. Okay, so add as many teeth as you want, basically. So then, front of his neck, kind of like Adam's apple, would go sort of standard human, and then a neck muscle there. And then a neck muscle kind of comes out from behind here. Goes out that way. and as much sort of texture and wrinkles and stuff as you want on him. So center line for his chest always joins, see these neck muscles. Center line for your chest always comes out from there. Okay, and it kind of curves around. And then this chest muscle comes out and up. And he's so like big, it like kind of joins his shoulder. Like it's kind of like, you know, it's like, it's not separated from his shoulder. It's like the one thing. So like goes into the shoulder there. Okay. His other chest muscle comes out this way, and his arm is outstretched on this side. So it kind of goes up here, and then the top of that shoulder muscle like disappears sort of in there. And then, so his other shoulder is so big, right? So it's like he's got like a big trapezius muscle here, like maybe another one, and then a big shoulder muscle like bumping around here. And like more neck muscles and stuff there. So basic anatomy, right? So that's the basics of his two shoulders and his chest, that chain of muscles across the top of the body, right? So then his abs kind of just come down this way, right? And then his back comes out from like the bicep, which would be sort of his shoulder would be there, but you'd have like some armpit lines and the bicep starting there, and then his back, like his ribs, and he doesn't really have ribs, but they're sort of his waist and ribs are there. And his arm goes in behind Peter Parker, but we can kind of see just like a bit of it, like the bicep going that way. It's starting sort of there. And then like textures and like oozing, maybe some like oozing sort of veins and stuff all coming down his neck and everything, you know. And he has that white spider on his chest. So we'll go with the top of the head first, those two sort of fangs, and everything's kind of bumpy and, you know, it's not like clear. It like moves and everything. There. That's basically the head. And the body, like that, right? And the legs all come out from these gaps and they go the whole way around his arms and shoulders. They're quite big, right? And they got like spikes on the end of them. And again, you don't have to be too precise because it's all like symbiote ooze. So it can be all these bumpy lines and stuff like that. This one's on the bottom of his chest. Right, and then we'll go that way, and then this way. So it goes right up under his chest muscle, follows that chest muscle actually, and then this one comes out this way. This one goes the whole way up his arm, over his shoulder, and down the shoulder, that way. this goes around his neck, back down, like that. And then texture lines all over. Right, so like texturing up all this symbiote stuff. I wouldn't, maybe not on the white as much, just mostly on the black part. Just makes them look. Right, I think that's the best I can do. So then, Peter Parker in the Anti-venom suit. So let's see now. So he's got that hand up with the glowing yellow arm, and there's like some cuts on his costume and stuff. Okay, so they're looking like eye to eye, right? So what's the easiest way to start? So we'll start with Peter's eye, I think. So just get in the right place. So we'll go like a spike here. And this sort of curves down to the bottom of that eye there. Then we got a little spike down there. And then the top of that black section comes around and up to a spike there. And then this will go back around like so. So the white of his eye then, you just sort of follow that shape again. In there. And then it goes up into the corner. Like that. Now, so we can see a little bit of the other eye, but I think we should draw like his head in first. So just like below this eye, right, we have the jaw space, right? So we got like the angle for his jaw here. Going that way. And then this will go around his chin. There. And then it'll kind of go in and then come out for like where his nose. It kind of bumps slowly out for where his nose is. There. Then here we see his other eye. We can just see like a little bit of it curving around the side of his head, right? So we got like that. And then we got that little spike. And then it follows the back of the top of his head, kind of goes around the top of the head. And then comes back down. Like so, down to the cheek there. And then we have the white of the eye inside there. Sort of sticks out a bit and curves around there. Okay, so that's a bit tricky now, but try your best. Because it's like a 3/4 Spider-Man head. And then the top of the head continues around from the top of that eye. Like that. And then we'll bring it down the back. Kind of bumps a little bit for the muscles for his neck. It goes down there, and you can see like a little bit of a bulge for where his ear is. And then his trapezius goes that way. His trapezius on the other side is there. So there's nothing else on his mask, basically. It's just white and black. So we do some anatomy now. So we'll go neck muscle here. Another neck muscle. Go in that direction. And then here, there, and his Adam's apple in there. So again, center line from your chest always comes out from these two muscles here, this point, right? Just like Venom, right? So the center line for his chest to be here. and then this curves around, goes up. Now I'm just doing this lightly, and then his chest muscle goes that way. Other side here, kind of a little bit narrower, and the top of that collarbone goes out to the shoulder there. So his shoulder sort of bumps down there, and then his tricep sticks out, and it'll disappear sort of in behind Venom's head that way. And then his underarm just goes there. So he's got like lots of black lines and stuff on his arm. But we can see the side body over this side kind of bumping down this way. It's kind of stretched out. It's fairly long, because his leg is kind of hanging down off that way. And then his armpit area looks like, anyway, here. So it's like his armpit and his like ribs and stuff will all be here. And then this goes down this way, so his body's like going over here. This is like bicep a little bit in there. Okay, so leg going off the page that way. Right, and then like his other shoulder going this way. Right, and his armpit then. Like that. Bicep there, and he's got like a hand coming up this way, but we'll get like our details finished on the body here first, I think. So what can we see? So we can see black stripes. We'll just get these in here, coming down his leg, goes in behind Venom's body there. So then his crotch sort of area, let's say there's more black stripes here. Right, so then like his belly, so say like we should have like ab lines and stuff. Down that way somewhere. Belly button, so then crotch that way. And then he should have a leg. It's going somewhere down. So one going, let's say, down that way, and another one going off. Does that look right? What do you think? Going that way. So his belly button is about here, I'd say. Yeah, so I think that's the body position we got. So I'm leaving the hand for a second. I just want to get the spider and some details done in his body. So like abs are all this kind of a thing. Okay, and then the spider, the black spider, and the cuts sort of on his body, right? So we've got like this broken sort of area there. Another one on his shoulder here. And these have like symbiote sections, like crisscrossing and like all this disconnected sort of stuff. And then the spider's head, right? So we got like the spikes. There, and then it just kind of curves around. And then we go out for the body, around his chest, and it's kind of bumpy because it's going over like the muscles of his body and everything. It's like skin tight, very tight. Now remember, if I go too fast, hit pause. So that's the main body, and that's like all colored black and shiny inside. And then he has 4 legs on the top and 4 on the bottom. So we'll do the bottom 2 first. So, and it all comes out of the head part, it looks like. And they're quite long. Very long. Right, and then we'll try this side. And these like connect into this area a little bit. Like things get all like messed up and confused here because of this cut. Like it's all black and like crazy weird and stuff. So right, and then there's like, so it's again like things get weird. So there's like another sort of line there, and then this leg curves that way, and then it goes down but goes back around the shoulder around here, and then comes back down for his bicep area. It looks like this is all glowing. What way is that? So this is like broken up, right? So that's a black line, and then it comes around his chest. But this is like glowing yellow. It's not like, so that's like his bicep and stuff, but it's all glowing, so it's hard to see it. So it would be like colored yellow maybe, but a bit like black with yellow on top. That'd be hard to color. Anyway, black lines coming out from here. It's like the Venom suit is trying to like heal itself, stitch itself together. And then these legs that go out this way, so they go like underneath his armpit and back in to the body. And again, that's all black, so that's all connected. It disappears sort of there, and then it emerges again out the top, close to his collarbone, down that way, and then it goes around the back of the neck. And then this way, and then like we got like some more sort of bumpy sort of cut. It looks like cut venom connections. Going that way, so that's all black. Okay, just white, black then. Colors. And right, we'll try and deal with this hand then. Now, so it seems to like come up here, and there's like a black sleeve, is that right? It's like a black cuff link sort of thing, not cuff link, like cuff or like end of a t-shirt sort of thing going on. And this is like his forearm there. And then the base of the hand is like this W shape there. Like that'd be like his wrist. And this seems to just come up for the thumb. There. And then it curves around the top. So hands are quite difficult. They're hard for me as well. So don't beat yourself up too much if the hand goes a bit weird. Because even they do for me sometimes. Right, and then this comes up. There. Knuckles, right? Your hand has like 3 knuckles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. 3 sections along the finger. 3 separate sections. So we 1, 2, and then we go around. There, and there. Okay, so you can see the 3 different lines and the 3 knuckle areas. 1, 2, 3. Some shows just do 2 to make it easier. 1, 2, 3. And then it curves around. 1, 2, and the third. Let me go again. How high? 2, 3, and then curve it around. 1. We can just see the second and maybe the third there. And the index finger is connected to the thumb, so your index and thumb are opposable. That's what separates us from a lot of the animal kingdom. And then this goes up this way, round, down. And then like there's just these kind of hand lines. There. Okay, so that's like Venom's arm sticking out behind his back. It shouldn't come out. No, there's like a wing there. If you want to draw the wing, you can. I think that would just confuse things for me because I won't know where to do. So yeah, and then like glowing arm. Okay, I think I'll leave it there. Venom versus Spider-Man in the anti-venom suit. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.